Beware of the vultures. When you start a business and you do your initial filing, certain information in your filing is public record or may be public record. And so there are companies out there, there are third parties out there that will be standing by to immediately send out solicitations to you about providing services related to maybe a business filing, a state or federal filings that you may have to do, like, for example, annual reporting or biannual reporting. In New York, for example, you have to file a biannual statement, which is an information document or information filing that you have to do every 2 years. And for a business owner to file, it costs $9. You can do it online. It's very straightforward, very simple. But quite often you will have these companies that will send out the solicitation when it's time for you to do this sort of filing and charge you several $100s to do it, which you, again, don't need to pay for. You shouldn't need to pay for. And it's a simple return, but they're looking to make money. Another thing may be domain name registration or domain name renewal. You have a domain name, you have a website, it's coming up for renewal. And so these companies will send out a letter to you, or they'll send out an email reminding you about your renewal, and they will charge you, some fee on top of a expensive renewal cost that you don't have to pay because you register with a different company. You have a legitimate, a reputable registrar that you registered your domain with and that you pay already. And so, these third parties, they're trying to really just make money off of you. And you don't know if they're actually going to do the registration for you and if you're possibly giving them control of your domain. So you want to be careful about that. Another thing is usually mandatory state and federal labor law posters. If you work with a payroll company, if you contract with a payroll company or a PEO, usually those posters are included in your existing contracts, or you may have to pay a small fee to order them. But there will be companies that will send you solicitations and say, hey, you need to comply with state and federal law, you need to get the latest posters, and we can provide you with those posters, but they're going to charge you some ridiculous fee for the posters, and you may already pay your payroll company or your PEO for those posters because it's part of your contract and you don't need to pay for it. So you want to beware of the vultures, because there will be companies out there, third parties out there, that are looking to profit from the sense of urgency, the sense of fear that you may be inexperienced. And so if we create enough of a sense of urgency, if we create enough of a sense of worry and fear, that you're just too busy to perform due diligence, and you're just going to go and pay them to provide these services that, one, they may not provide even if you pay them. Two, they're charging you significantly more. Three, you're probably already paying for these services through your existing providers, or it's something that you can do quickly and easily for a much lower cost, or in some cases there might not even be a cost or a fee to do it yourself. So just beware the vultures.